In today's video, I'm going to show you what I found today at a bunch of estate sales in San Antonio, Texas. And if you wait to the end of the video, I'm going to show you what I do that is not used items, that are not pre-owned, that is not garage sales or estate sales or any of that. It's called retail arbitrage. As a general tip, when you guys buy a house, make sure it's not in a slant. Unless you want to be working out your glutes all the time. Coffee first. Great tasting coffee. I'm setting up this way today to show you guys because remember last week I shot a video talking about the conveyor belt method. The videos are not just to have other people do things. I actually use and I do what I say that I do. So before any of these products can go into stock, they have to come here and then they go in once I'm ready, once I have enough space inside to move them in. Da-da-da. Okay, let's get our first item. First item up for bids. These salt and pepper shakers. But before I explain any of that, let me tell you, the way this is gonna go is that I'm gonna explain all the products that I got, why I got them, you know, what they are. And then I'm gonna show you guys again, if you haven't seen this method, what I'm about to explain, there's a video that I'm gonna link below that I shot last week about the conveyor belt method and how it works so we can get average pricing, because honestly, I don't remember how much I paid for everything. It's just insane. Look at these. Very, very cool vintage. This is vintage Vegas. At the very bottom, there's a made in Japan sticker. I didn't comp these. I don't really comp when I'm out and about. Certain things I do when they're high expense, but I didn't comp everything because it's just a waste of time. I trust myself and I know that these things are gonna go for good money. And by good money, I don't mean like 50 bucks, but I'm gonna make enough money for me to be okay with it. It was a long morning, so I need coffee. Next, Kenwood dual cassette deck. This is the CT201. Because I didn't get to test this, but because of where it was, the house was in very good condition. I said it's probably gonna be working, but I can tell you that I've bought these before and the cassette players go out faster than Blu-ray, faster than DVD. For whatever reason, there's something wrong with them. Hopefully that's not the case. And I just saw that it said 26. We didn't pay 26, it was half day off or half off day. So it was 13. But again, the prices don't matter because at the end, I'm gonna show you what average pricing looks like. I have this Technics graphic equalizer. They were charging for 150 bucks. Look at this equalizer. And let me show you the second one because this was a deal. As in, I had to make a deal for both of them. This is an Onkyo DX C390. It is a 6 CD changer and this goes to a bigger system. Now, they even had the box with it, which this is the box. Anytime that you can get a box for anything that's electronic, trust me, you're gonna make more money with it. Plus, it's somewhere here. Yep. It even came with a remote. So these, I can already tell you that this is probably gonna sell for about 180 and this is gonna sell for about 250. These are very expensive. That's why they were charging, or they wanted 150, and it was half day off. So half off of this would have been 150 for both, or $75 each, right? Well, there was 1 hour left at the estate sale. So I said, no way in hell, because I don't want to pay 75. I mean, I don't always want to just lowball everybody, but sometimes it's like, okay, 75 and 75 is a pretty big investment for two of these products that I didn't even get to test. So I told the guy, okay, what about if I give you 50 bucks? And of course, he didn't want to take it. So I said, okay, no problem. This is why you always bulk things together and then make an offer. So I put these two together and I said, what if I take both of them for 100? He's like, no problem. Why? Because he moves his product faster and he gets still 100 bucks. 50 bucks, 20 bucks, 30 bucks. Maybe they're like, nah, it's fine. Somebody else will buy it. But when you get into the hundreds and then if you get into the thousands, once you're buying a lot of product, bulk things together and you'll get a discount. This one's lightweight, by the way, so be careful not to stack too many heavy items on it. This one is still kind of lightweight-ish, but I wouldn't stack on because there's already two there. I don't want to put too much weight on this. I'm just going to place them there. This United Polaris Business Class. This is a freebie travel set. It's got sleep mask, couple of other items. Let me see, a pen to put your toothbrush. Oh, actually, that is a toothbrush. And it's all sealed. People collect this kind of things, and especially when they're new. So everything is still sealed. It's essentially going to be new, but I can't call it new because there is some wear to the outside of this. So I'm going to have to call it pre-owned. But in the description, it's going to say everything's sealed inside. So this is a good one. This is just a DOP kit. It was also from Delta. You hang it right there. You put all your stuff when you're out traveling. And it says, oh, right there, business first. And it's a tiny one. I took this just because I'm going to probably put them together for the same price. I got these for nothing. So why not? I'm going to do all these in bulk because I don't want to bore you guys. Most people don't find books exciting, but I do. So look at this. I have cookbooks, lots of cookbooks. These are all vintage cookbooks. Cookbooks do really well because people want things from the past, or they remember like, oh, my grandma used to make this, or my mom used to have them, or whatever the case. They're not going to make you a lot of money. You're not going to become a millionaire on these. However, what you can do to make more money altogether is that, for example, this is Texas. There's another Texas one, and I have a bunch of Texas one inside. So you could do vintage Texas cookbooks lot. So you put them all together. I paid $1 for each of these, I believe. Again, average pricing later, but I paid about $1 each for these. And when you lot them together, you can get quite a bit of money, and then you only ship them, or you only pay for shipping once. So it'll be better. Dracula, Prince of Many Faces, His Life and His Times. The Extraordinary Life and Times of Vlad Dracula, the Impaler. Who has read this book before? If you have read it before, let me know in the comments below, but don't spoil it. Here we have a Michael Kors bag. This is I guess you can call it a clutch. It's a night bag, something to go out, something for night. Studded really nicely here. Great pattern. It is leather, and it is actual Michael Kors, and I can tell. First off, it has the tag right there. It is a little bit dirty on the inside, but it doesn't really matter. I didn't get it for too much. I know that bags like these do well, especially when you want to go out and look good. So here you go. Look at that. That's gorgeous. That you can use as a planter. You can put pens in it. Well, maybe not pens because it's really far down, but it's just really pretty. This, my girl got, I don't know if it's for hers or not. She hasn't decided. But if it is, she can keep it. If it's not, these sell. I've sold these in Fenton, which was milk glass. I've sold them in bronze. I've sold them in metal, just stainless steel. I've sold them for anything. Boots, for whatever reason, this type of boot always does well online. Don't skip out when you see them. These are dirty, but these shoes are FootJoy, as you can tell by the FJ right there. I just need to clean them up. They do come with their shoe trees, and look at that. It says Golf Day. I can tell you right now that when you have like an additional shoe tree to go along with the shoes, people are going to want to buy it. And especially a golfer, says Golf Day. It just makes them feel better. It's like a cool collectible thing. And they're really not in that great condition. If you notice right here, you got to be careful with this plasticky stuff. That's not leather. It comes off because of sweat. But the leather itself is good. The spikes are decent. If not, they can always replace the spikes. And these I got cheap enough to where I know that I'm going to make money. At least double my money. Let me give you some advice on these. When we were at the estate sale, we found the duck like that. And then this base was somewhere else in another room. And then I found this duck with his base. And they were all, this was together, that was separate. And I didn't know. I had liked these. As soon as I saw them, I said, these are great looking. Look at this. It's brass right there. It feels like, or it looks like it was made by hand. Roughly shaved inside, but it's okay. Made in China. It's not the best, but you know what? Ducks do well. And I can recommend that whenever you see something like this and you see maybe a base here and all that, keep an eye out. Because people, either shoppers or the estate people themselves, they move things around and they separate things that are supposed to be together. One of my favorite things to collect is paperweights. And again, the same thing happened at this estate sale. I went to go look around. This was in one room and this was in the living room. And as soon as I saw it, I said, I saw one over there. So I put them together. I got them to make me a deal. And now I have this. Together, they're going to make you way more money than individually. So Always look around and put things together when they're supposed to be together. These aren't marked, by the way. But they are super nice. They are shiny. They're not chipped at all. The interior is very interesting to me. I don't know why. It's not a cheetah print. It's just a weird interior, but again, I just like those things. Somebody else will like them too. Wow, this was one of the coolest finds of the day. This is here, I'll show you from here. A Sharp calculator. No, you know what? I'll show you from the front. Here, I'll show you from here. This is a Sharp LC160. I brought power because I was just so enamored with this calculator that I needed to show you guys. It is so cool. It has a flaw, which you got to be careful with that, but it's totally fine. It works just fine. I already tried it myself. Look at those numbers. Those numbers are very Japanese looking. And the whole look of it, it's supposed to be Japanese. Look at this. I love those numbers. One of the main reasons why I bought it is because of that. The other reason is because it makes money. There is not that many. So I comped this when I was there because I had never seen one of these before. And there were only 2 solds. And before you start talking, which you can, by the way, in the comments below, no problem. I don't mind. It may not be because it doesn't sell. It may be because there aren't any of these. I don't think I've ever seen one of these before. And it just happened that the 2 that sold back to back on the 5th and on the 7th. What that tells me is that it's very likely that there aren't any. So when they do come up, they sell like that. And that's the goal for this one. Before you do anything else, turn off your power from here. Don't just unplug it because that can ruin your electronics. I do deal with a lot of electronics, and trust me, do that. If not, you're going to ruin it. Also, unplug it whenever possible because it puts strain on the plug itself when you're moving it around, and that's not what you want. And this just needs a good cleaning. Once I'm done cleaning it, I'm probably going to shoot a short of this because people need to see this. It's just an interesting calculator. Like I said, I don't think I've ever seen this one before, ever, anywhere. The neighbors are over there. They always watch us shooting videos and stuff, which is cool. Okay, these are shoe bags. Allen Edmonds, Alden, and Johnson & Murphy. These may not bring you a lot of money, but they do sell, especially guys that travel. They want shoe bags. You don't want your shoes all scuffed up. You don't want them with the points all nasty when you get to, like, say that you're always in a suit and you're traveling to somewhere and you're flying. You don't want your shoes all jacked up. So you buy things like this. And I paid nothing for them, and they are brand new. They've never been used. I got this calculator. This is an HP 10B. It does work, and it comes with this. This is gonna bring me decent money for what I paid. Calculators do well. You just have to make sure that you know what you're doing because not all of them bring in a lot of money. And this one's for me, Trump, The Art of the Deal. If you guys haven't read it, read it. It's pretty good. Regardless of what you think about him, the book is good. This one was a pick from my girl. She thought it was cool. She thought it would make money. I said, great. It's in excellent condition. Oh, I can feel it. So I don't know how they did this, but the layout is really nice. Look at the bottom. Whoop. Look at that. It is signed, or it has the stamp on the back. It has it right here. It is California, and it is pretty large. You can fit a full meal on here. This is the biggest tray they make. We got it for a very good price, so we're hoping to get some good profit from this. Whenever you have trays, I mean, I'm stacking this because it's a book, but try not to stack things that scratch, because if you scratch the top, you're gonna kill the price for sure. This was one of my favorites also from today. Very cool bag. It is leather. It is hard leather, I mean now because of age, but when I took it out, I said, I can't believe they're asking for only 15 bucks. And of course, most of you are going to say, well, you know, those things are usually dirty. Well, look at that. It's brand new. It even has the instructions on the inside. I haven't comped this, but I know that Thermos does well, and I'm hoping that this one does well too. I didn't even check the other ones, just because I can make my money back just on that one alone. Oh, and this is the one that has the glass inside. Oh man, I'm so excited to put this up. This is going to be a good one. Or keep it because, you know, I keep a lot of that I buy. So. And there's a tray. Is it for the thermos? If any of you have used something like this before, if your dad had it or your grandpa, let me know in the comments below. These are always super cool to me. And it comes with a bag. I don't think this is a thermos bag. It's not branded. I think that it's just a bag that they used to carry it, but whatever. I bought it with it. I may include it, may not. If I feel that it adds value to the sale, then I'll include it. If I feel that it's gonna hurt because the leather is, kind of janky, then I'm just gonna leave it out. And I'm sure that the thermos set itself will sell. Othello, great game. Make sure that when you buy games like this, you check that they're all here, that they're complete. It even comes with the instructions. Got it for nothing, this does sell. I have never seen this before in my life. I bought this for me. I know that it makes money because I comped it when I was there. I don't know how to play this. The pieces are in here. The board looks amazing. It looks like redwood. Well, it's probably not redwood because I can feel that it's painted, but it looks amazing. I don't know how to play this game. I am into board games a lot. I love to play board games when I can. And this is one of the ones that I'm gonna try. Pictionary, sealed. Got it for nothing. These things move fast. Character bookshelf series. It looks to be something to do with Christianity because right here, truthfulness versus deception, and then it says right there, Ephesians 4:25. I don't know much about this one. I just thought it was very interesting, especially when it comes to religious text, religious anything. They do sell, and it was, look at that, it's in mint condition. Series 1. I don't know how many books there are. If there are more, I would love to have them, but that's what I have for now. I don't normally buy ties, but I love those. I guess they're cherries. What is that? I don't know. They're cherries, hollies. I don't know. If you know what these are, let me know because sometimes I'm an idiot and I don't know what they are. They look to be fruit or something. I don't know. Like I said, let me know in the comments below. Look at that. Brooks Brothers. They are vintage. The best thing about this, and like I said, I don't really do ties, but the best thing about this is that I'm going to sell them as a pair. Because if somebody likes them, they're going to take both of them. That way they can swap between. And I know for sure that vintage Brooks Brothers does really well because I've sold their shirts, their pants, and their everything else. So that's just another one. For those of you that are musicians, you should know what this is. This is a tuner, cork tuner. I've sold a crap ton of these before. I always find them for whatever reason. People get rid of them. They throw them away. And in this case, it was in good condition. There was no oxidation inside. There weren't even any batteries. I didn't test it, but it's very rare when these go bad. So this will be fine. New sealed. The lady wanted to charge me a crap ton of money and I said, nope. Once I talked to her, she gave me a discount because I bought a whole bunch of other stuff. American Heritage. Here, you can see it better here. American Heritage series with historian David Barton. It's got 1 through 10 DVDs, sealed. Most likely this is gonna go to Amazon. It's not gonna go to eBay. If I can find it on Amazon, usually things like this, especially sets, they do a lot better. And I'll give you an example. I have the Soprano set that I bought at an estate sale for $5 sealed. On Amazon, it goes for $130. On eBay, it goes for not $130. So it's gonna go to Amazon. Whatever makes me more money, that's where it's gonna go. Pride and Prejudice, sealed. And Vincent Price, sealed. There is 3 in here. Tales of Terror, The Raven, and The Pit and the Pendulum. If you know these movies, let me know in the comments below. Most people are not gonna know, especially if you don't like classics, but these are great movies. Playing cards do well, depending on the card. Right now, cats are in. I don't know why. I don't like cats. I think they're the devil's spawn. And if you like cats, well, sorry. These are really pretty. Like, they're in great condition and they're complete. These are Texas cards. And these are New England scenes. If you turn them around, Congress cards do really well. I've sold a ton of them. If you can find a series of them or if you can lot them together, they'll do even better. Congress cards are highly collectible. Depends on the card, of course, but they are collectibles. This is a purse bag or whatever you want to use, but it's Brighton, so it's going to be a lady's going to buy it and she's going to put a purse in this. They don't sell for a ton of money, but they do sell consistently. And if you have a bunch, you can bring in, you know, if it's $2 here, $2 there, and you do it all year round, trust me, it adds up. This is how I got to 6 figures. Not by buying these things that sell for $200 all the time and $300. Not only that, don't get me wrong, I love when I sell things for $300, but when you sell 100 of these that bring you $5 in profit, I'll take it any day. Here are the last couple of items. Remotes always do well. These are Sony remotes. I didn't buy them for $5, bought them for a lot less. There's no oxidation on them. They're pretty good. I haven't tested them, but testing is very easy. If you don't know how to test, you put batteries in it. You use your camera phone. You just put it on video mode. And when you press a button and look at this infrared through the camera, it should blink. That's the easy way to test them. There's other ways to test things, but for what you're gonna make, either you gotta test it fast or throw them away. Last but not least, this is very not for sale. This is for those of you that watch my channel. I did shoot a video last time where I showed you guys the trees. There's Christmas trees. Well, I'm not gonna call them Christmas trees because it's not Christmas year round. But the trees that typically are put up for Christmas, we have them in a corner in the living room for the entire year. We just keep changing them. And in this case, this is gonna go into one of the trees. What does it say? I don't know, it's just a leaf, it's pretty, it's gold, it shines. Just gonna hang it. We are not one of those people that go to Hobby Lobby and buy everything all at once because it's all nice and pretty and you do it all in one day. Like, no, it's a collection of things that we find from estate sales, from garage sales, from flea markets, from wherever. And that's how we do the inside. That's all the items that we bought at the estate sale today. But now I'm going to show you how to do average pricing because it's a lot easier than trying to remember what we paid for everything. If you guys don't know what average pricing is, if you guys have never seen my other video that I just shot last week called the conveyor belt method, I'm going to link it below so you guys can check it out so you can understand this in more detail, but I'm going to do this real quick. So number one is, what lot am I? This is going to be called lot S. So right here is lot. And then we need quantity, which is how many items I got. I already counted these. There's 40 items. There's going to be total or price or whatever you want to call it. So how much did I pay? And normally it's, what I do is cost of goods. If you don't use words like this, like an official accountant, then just put total price paid, whatever you want to call it. But normally it's going to be called cost of goods. So cost of goods, I paid $176.50 today. So if I divide 176 divided by 40, it gives me a total of $4.41 per item. That means that when I go list any of this, this is now $4.41. And I'm going to give you an example because most people get scared. Check this out. I'm not going to get a ton of money for these. I bought this officially, I bought this for a quarter. But now, because of this method, they cost me $4.41. Oh my God. So now I'm going to lose money because I went from a quarter to selling them for $6. But now, since it's $4.41, from $4.41 to $6 is nothing. So why am I selling them? Okay. The reason we do average price method is because no matter what, everything averages out. I paid $50 for this. But now, because of the average price method, I paid $4.41. So everything will average out and you will be just fine. So don't panic. Use a system. Let your brain get unstressed out because of doing this, and you'll be just fine. I make haul videos like this because I want you guys to see what I use for my eBay everything store. What kind of items I buy, what kind of money you can make. But remember, the most important thing here is that you have to have some sort of system, some sort of process, and you have to trust your process. The process today was wake up early in the morning, go find either garage sales or flea markets or estate sales. In this case, we had already said we're going to go to estate sales because it's already all planned out. So we went to, I believe it was maybe 5 or 6, and spent an X amount of money that I have for budget. So we had something to eat, and then we brought everything back. You have to trust yourself and you have to trust the process. Remember that I told you that I was going to show you what I do for retail arbitrage? Well, come on in. it's not always about used product. It's not always about that. Sometimes I do retail arbitrage because this is very easy. Look at these, power bait. I got these on clearance at Walmart and I didn't even pay $150. They were hitting clearance, meaning they had a sticker, but they hadn't re-stickered it, so these were lower price. I bought a crap ton of these. So the thing to remember is that you don't always have to buy a whole bunch of different items and list. The more you list, typically the more you make, but you want to sell more items and it can be the same item. It can be the same item. So I have a bunch of these that I got all together and I just need to put them up. And I need to put them up in lots of 5, 3s, whatever, and make some money. Because I need to feed these dogs. Look at her. Hey, leave me alone. Leave me alone. She wants to be part of the video. We thank you very much for watching the video. Like, subscribe, share this video with anybody that wants to see it or you think they should see it so that they can start buying better items. Or so you can just see things that I purchased myself as a 6-figure seller that help me put food on their table, or on their bowls, I should say. Click that bell so you don't miss any of the new or future videos, and we will see you in the next one. Peace! 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 Interesting right here. Look at that. It says Charter Bookshelf Series. So, wait, what? Character. Jesus Christ. Okay, go again.